Hey guys, RealShock here with the top 11 hardest missions in Socom. Please remember folks that this is my list and it's my opinion which missions are hardest to me. You're free to disagree and post your own list down in the comments. I would like to read them. And with that out of the way, let us get on to the list. Now some of you may think, wait, RealShock, what is this nearly impossible mission doing at the back of the list? Well, there's one reason for this. Many of you probably know about the 2-minute drill, and for those of you who don't know about the 2-minute drill, it's a simple strategy where you run from the beginning area to the north, and then behind the eastern side of the first building across the road. Then proceed to the building Kitten is in, walk up the stairs and he should be somewhere close on the second floor. Kill him. Jump out the building, run along this path until you arrive at Fat Cat's building, make your way up the building, kill anyone you see, and finally kill Fat Cat. This strategy takes what is possibly the hardest mission in the Socom series and turns it almost into a joke. I'm still including this mission on this list because without the 2-minute drill, this mission could possibly take the #1 spot. But because this strategy is well known, and isn't a glitch, then it's a legit way of beating the mission. I understand that putting Death Blow at number 11 could be controversial for some, but because of the 2-minute drill, Death Blow is knocked all the way down to number 11.
Mission failed.
Lockdown may not seem difficult to people who played it on the easier difficulties, but on the higher difficulties this mission can definitely become nerve-wracking, especially if you lose a lot of health before the final objectives. This mission has you killing a patrol, reconning a guard shack, locating the lab, collecting intel, blowing the lab, clearing the area of all threats, and finally extracting. The reason why Lockdown is so hard is because enemies seem to come from wherever, and can easily flank you when running from objective to objective. And they can kill your teammates when they fall behind. Also, getting intel from the hangar is quite dangerous. This mission takes place right after the difficult Lockdown mission and is even harder. Guided Tour is a simple mission where you guide a Russian radioactive material specialist to 3 different intels. This mission may be simple, but it is still hard due to 3 different reasons. The first reason is that you must go through an underground uranium facility, with plenty of CQB where you can be rifle butted. The second reason is that the darkness and snowfall can make it hard to see at a distance and can give the enemies an advantage in longer range fighting. The third is the specialist you're supposed to protect runs in front of you and sometimes gets himself killed. And for those 3 reasons, this mission is given the spot of number 9. Urban Sweep seems to me to be an endurance of sorts. The main struggle in this mission for me is trying not to lose too much health too early on. Enemies spray bullets at you and it seems like they whittle your health down over a period of time, so you will eventually die if you don't preserve your health. Other than that, I don't have much to say about this mission. This is definitely the hardest mission in Socom 2 for me. Like Urban Sweep, this mission is sort of an endurance. You have to be careful not to lose too much health early on or you can easily die at the end parts of the mission where the enemies hide in jungle foliage. You will definitely be worrying as you hope an enemy doesn't appear out of the bushes, ambush you and make you restart the whole mission. Enemies can hide quite well in the bushes and plants and make it easy for them to shoot you before you know that they're there. This mission has a mix of almost everything: long-range fights, CQB, tactical freedom, and of course, the need to carefully and tactically maneuver around the map. The first difficulty you'll find with this mission is that enemies can hide behind the bushes around the area of the riverbank to nav point Delta. They can ambush you if you're not careful, and you should definitely take your time clearing the bushes. On the higher difficulties, there's an enemy with an MGL that can easily wipe your team out. You should remain unseen until you at least kill him. He's usually walking around the riverbank behind some bushes. For the rest of the mission, you should stay behind cover and try to get the enemies to come to you. If you don't care what score you get on this mission, then simply kill Thong Kong instead of trying to capture him. It's a lot easier than trying to run after him out in the open where you can get aimbotted from behind from an enemy AI. Temple at HOHN is a notoriously difficult mission that has tested many players and undoubtedly brought frustration on the brave souls that would dare beat it on one of the higher difficulties. This is usually the first mission that people get stuck on. For Socom 1 standards, this mission seems to be a little bit longer and adds to its difficulty. It's weird that I have to keep saying this, but you really should stick to cover as much as you can in this mission. It makes it so much easier. Your tactical execution should be on top of its game, and you really need to be careful around Morgan and her husband. The usefulness of smoke grenades is strong in this one. I'm going to say right now that I like this mission and its difficulty, and in my opinion, it's Socom at its best. However, there are two things that can make you struggle with this mission. The first is weird AI spawns towards the beginning of the mission that can get behind you and shoot you and your teammates. The other problem is that the lighting can get very low when you go to save Major Norris. Make sure to use your night vision or the mercs can see you first and kill you. You should definitely be careful and conserve your health on this mission, or you will end up on the mission failed screen. You want to beat Prison Break? Well, good luck. Prison Break is one of those missions that seems to be very hard until you memorize your strategy and AI placements. To beat this mission, you'll have to complete a tall order. You will have to survive weird AI spawns. The MGL-wielding terrorists that can wipe your whole team out. Enemies that come from out of the darkness and shoot you from far away. Enemies that will run straight at you from seemingly across the map if they hear you. Enemies coming from almost every direction. The Hind, if they sound the siren before you destroy the generator. And all this while having to rescue and safely escort the prisoner who can be shot by terrorists after you restrain him. If the Hind starts flying over the prison, find the nearest building and take cover. Knocking the Hind out of the sky is going to be difficult as its machine gun can quickly mow down what little health you have. Stay in your building so you aren't an easy target for faraway enemies. Beating this mission generally takes good enemy AI position knowledge, and getting the intel before rescuing the prisoner should also help. After reading a few comments, someone suggested that you use the 50 cal sniper rifle to destroy the generator from on top of the rock outside the prison walls. You can try this, but without a powerful silence primary, you are going to have a hard time getting to the generator without someone hearing or spotting you. Ultimately, Prison Break is a very hard mission with a well-earned reputation, and it definitely earns its rank at number 3.
We've got movement on the hostile. Incoming! We've got him! Incoming!
Commander, Jester has been incapacitated and can no longer translate terrorist...
This is late game. You just can't afford to walk out in the open like you could many times before. Due to the amount of enemies you'll have to fight, and weird glitchy and unpredictable enemy spawns, you will need to conserve your health as much as possible, and walking right out into the open is just begging for mission failure. At the beginning of this mission, you'll need almost perfect execution just to destroy the enemy communications before the terrorists can call in that you're there. And then the game just cheats sometimes anyways. Because many times I've destroyed the radio before anyone knew that I was there, successfully getting the objective, and then HQ radios in and tells me that they know that I'm there, even after I've already destroyed the stupid radio.
You need to get to the nukes now.
Not to mention, all the while, even if you do successfully destroy it, you have to worry about tons of sometimes hidden enemies all around the open area and a sniper. All it takes is for one of them to come out of nowhere and aimbot you, and basically makes you restart the whole mission because you know it's better to just restart when you're already on low health, causing tons of frustration when you have to keep playing the same part over and over again. The hardest part of this mission comes from the combat itself inside the tunnels. When entering the tunnels, you will have two choices. You can either
Watch yourself around these barrels.
or you cannot.
Watch yourself around these barrels. Yes.
When entering the tunnels, you'll have two choices. Go left or go right. Unfortunately, either way you go, you're going to have enemies come from behind you, and you'll probably not have time to react to them. Because of this, Boomer often dies, and or your health is wrecked. While you can clear both ways out, you still have to choose one way first, and thus you will not be able to avoid being flanked from the back. It just seems like wherever you go in this mission, you always have the feeling that there's an enemy creeping up from behind you to kill you, because it does happen. The most important reason why this mission is hard is due to the geometry and design of the tunnel walls. They are very commonly shaped in an odd pattern, making it hard to tell if you are completely behind cover. This is a common problem all throughout Socom 1, not just Mouth of the Beast, but in Mouth of the Beast the problem is terribly amplified, causing tons of stress, and making you doubt whether any of the cover is effective. Enemies' aimbot accuracy lets them shoot at a mere 1 pixel of your character if it's exposed. In my opinion, this is by far the most frustrating part of the mission. The enemy spawns are another thing. They can change, and they also glitch out, spawning right behind you and getting you killed at times. Or other times, like near the end of the mission where the nukes are. Many enemies will spawn right behind you inconsistently and sometimes not even allow you to finish your objective before you move on, causing you to run around wildly in the tunnels trying to find that one last terrorist. When suddenly they will appear out of nowhere and kill one of your teammates. Or you if you're unlucky. When disarming the nukes, it's up to your teammates to protect you from enemies coming from behind. And it's very common for your teammates to completely fail at this simple task and get you killed. Then you have to run all the way back to the start of the mission, while on a timer, while having to fight through a large group of aggressive enemies, who will gladly kill you and your teammates while you're forced to make a sloppy and hasty retreat back to the beginning. And usually your teammates lag behind so badly they end up getting themselves caught too far back and end up getting themselves killed.
Don't worry about me. I'll make it. We've got a man down.
You've
Ruining all the hard work you just put in. And for those reasons, Mouth of the Beast gets its spot at number 2.
A P.O.W.'s been hit.
This mission is the ultimate Socom challenge. The difficulty in this mission is honestly ridiculous. I'd rather play multiplayer on dial-up connection than play this mission. I would rather play Clan Wars against a team of Code 9ers. Every Socomer's rite of passage should be to beat this mission on Lieutenant. At first, this mission doesn't seem so bad. First, you kill the mercs in the beginning area. Then you
Need to sweep the area and make sure we haven't missed anything.
Then you must make your way around to the P.O.W. camp and carefully rescue the P.O.W.s without getting yourself or your teammates hit or killed. And if you've made it this far without getting hit or your teammates getting killed, then congratulations. You've made it to the hardest part of the mission. From this point on, you're gonna have to expose yourself at some point if you want to beat the mission. You can bait enemies towards you all you want. You can grind down the enemy's numbers all you want. You can take cover all you want. But at some point you're gonna have to get out in the open. Enjoy Boomer while you can, because chances are he'll get himself killed here. The fact that you can't tell Boomer to hold a position or watch any certain direction makes this mission way harder than it needs to be. At this point, Boomer is basically there to take the shots for you. Always remember to have Boomer throw his smoke grenades first. That way, if and when he gets shot, you'll still have your smoke grenades. Good luck beating the rest of the mission. You're gonna need it. When I say enemies aimbot in this mission, I mean it. Enemies react way too quickly in this mission and are way too accurate for you to be running around in the open. You need to take cover. If you're unneedingly exposing yourself in this mission, then you're just setting yourself up for failure. Enemies in this mission are very aggressive and will run at you from very far away, but you can turn this to your advantage by shooting an unsilenced weapon and drawing them towards you. Then make them fight on your terms. Your AI teammates in this mission are so inept it can become infuriating. It's as if your teammates are sleep deprived and high from smoking too many bowls and staying up all night playing Socom multiplayer. The enemy weapons that are used in POW camp are all very dangerous and shouldn't be taken lightly. The map has a mix of engagement ranges, thus making it crucial for you to change up your playstyle when necessary. Much of the map in the center is open and foggy. It's a no man's land and shouldn't be crossed unless you've already killed all the enemies surrounding the area. If you do cross this area, you will most likely be sniped or aimbotted. The obscurity on this map is simply overboard. The snipers are another thing that make this mission way harder than it needs to be. The sniper towers almost always have fog or trees obscuring them, making it stupid to run at them. Even approaching them at a slow pace, moving from cover to cover is very risky. You'll usually get your health wrecked or boomer killed. And most of the time they don't even spawn in until you're in range of them. After rescuing the POWs, you'll have to clear the mercenary camp near the LZ, the remaining sniper towers, the cabin at Nav Point Whiskey, the cabin at Nav Point Romeo, and the caves. Once you rescue the POW from the cave, you can go back, collect Bravo and the other 2 POWs, and finally escort you, the 3 POWs, and your teammates to the LZ.
Yeah! Mmm! Yeah! It feels so good!
And it's for these reasons that I chose POW camp as the hardest Socom mission of all time. Do you disagree with my list? If you do, leave your own list in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you next time.